Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome into another episode of the Chief Zone podcast. It is a Super Bowl victory edition of the Chief Zone podcast. I can't believe I'm saying that. Woo! Wow. Wow. Oh my God. I think that's it. That's the podcast. Oh my God. That's it. All right. Thanks for listening. Appreciate it. That's all you got to say. That's all you got to say. Holy shit. The Chiefs won the Super Bowl. And boy, it was not easy. Not just this game, not just this postseason. This entire year was not easy for the Chiefs. This was, statistically speaking, Patrick Mahomes' worst season to date. And it led to a Super Bowl win. Understand something, because this season, the Chiefs led the NFL in drops. They did not do a good job of taking care of the football. The offense took big steps back this year, and this team still won the Super Bowl. Who caught the 2 touchdown passes for the Chiefs in this game? Marquez Valdes-Scantling caught the first one to take the lead for the first time in the Super Bowl. And in overtime, who caught the pass to win? Mecole Hardman. Mecole Hardman. The 2 receivers who have taken a lot of shit this year outside of Kadarius Toney scored for you. You want to talk about making things up for your quarterback, for your offense, for your team? They did it. That was huge. That was absolutely huge. This is one of the longest games in NFL history. And my God, man, my heart rate was beating out of my chest. This was a weird game. But you know what, folks? You know what? All 3 of the Super Bowl wins with this Chiefs unit, you know what they all have in common? The Chiefs were down by 10 in all of them. Do not ever write this team off. That is not an opinion. That is not, that's just not, it's not made up. That is a fact of life. This Chiefs team looked really bad at times this year, but this team never, ever quit. It's been a huge characteristic of this football team since Andy Reid got here. It hasn't always been perfect. Even before Mahomes, you all know some of the heartbreaking playoff moments. And then with Mahomes, has it been perfect even before this year? No. The Chiefs had some embarrassing losses to Indianapolis, and in those same years, they go on to win the Super Bowl. What does my shirt say? Dynasty is what it says, because this is a dynasty. You cannot deny this anymore. People want to debate, oh, this is not a dynasty. You gotta do this and this and this. Well, every roadblock people threw at this team, oh, Mahomes has never won a road playoff game before. What is Patrick Mahomes going to do? He's never played a true road playoff game before. This is, the Chiefs are doomed, guys. They're doomed. They're going to be one and done in the playoffs. They won the Super Bowl. If the Chiefs can do this in a year like this where they were bad at different times, what does that tell you about the other 31 other teams? What does that tell you about those teams? This is a dynasty. Patrick Mahomes belongs in the GOAT conversation now. This is the best 5-year stretch in NFL history. That's not an opinion. That's not wishful thinking. That is a fact. This is the best 5-year stretch ever in NFL history. Patrick Mahomes has just been lights out since he's been here. This year was not perfect. And you know what Colin Cowherd said during the season? He said dynasties are not always perfect. They're just not in any sport. You think Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls had smooth sailings every single time? No, they had rough stretches. Remember when Tom Brady and the Patriots got whooped by the Chiefs in Kansas City? Monday Night Football, even people in Boston wanted Brady and Belichick gone. And what happens? They win the Super Bowl that same year, and they go on to win 2 more. Brady obviously wins 1 more in Tampa Bay. So this football team, the Chiefs I'm referring to, it was not smooth sailing. There were problems this year, and they still came out on top. So you want to doubt this team? Keep doubting this team, because they will find ways to prove you wrong. 3 Super Bowls. They were down by 10, and they won all 3 of those. The one they couldn't win, the Tampa Bay one. But you know what? If you're going to go to the Super Bowl this many times, I mean, Travis Kelce on stage was like, yep, see you guys next year. That was just expected. Is it going to happen? I don't know. It's hard to repeat. 3-peating has never happened. And we can discuss that at a later time. But my point is this. If you are trying to push back on the GOAT talk, on the dynasty talk, you are in denial and you are way behind the conversation. Catch up. I need to post the link because we've got a lot to talk about. I know you guys have a lot to say. I just commented with the link. Let me do it one more time. There. That's on YouTube and Facebook. Let me pin this post here. Let me pin this comment. There. It should be pinned. You guys can call in. I want to hear from you guys. I just almost destroyed this microphone stand here. I need to talk to you guys. I want to know how you're feeling. What's on your mind with this football team? What do you think about the future moving forward? We've got a lot of things to discuss here, because I keep talking about how the season wasn't perfect. You know what else was not perfect? This Super Bowl was far from perfect. The Chiefs hurt themselves in so many ways. And the 49ers offense, they found ways to stay alive. Who won MVP? Andrea's asking. They didn't announce it on the stage. Did they? I don't think they did, but I'm already seeing people say that Patrick Mahomes is a Super Bowl MVP. Okay, it's official. Patrick Mahomes won Super Bowl MVP. Let me quickly get that up there on the Facebook, because I did not have a chance to post that. Boy. What a ride, man. I think it's just, I had my doubts in this game. Not going to lie to you guys. I'm watching, and boy, the Chiefs just looked, it was kind of discouraging at times. I wasn't sure if the Chiefs were going to pull through. They found a way to pull through. This is a football team that just does not quit. And you can point to so many things about this football team's success and everything they've done. Patrick Mahomes just won his 3rd MVP in 5 years. This guy is on Tom Brady's GOAT track right now. This is not a debate. Mahomes, I think right now, if his career ended, hypothetically speaking, if he chose to call it quits, hypothetically, he's the 2nd best player in NFL history behind Tom Brady right now. And I know a lot of people are going to say, well, he lost to Tom Brady in the playoffs, could never beat him. Well, as far as I know, you don't have to beat the guy. And last I checked, I don't think Tom Brady was perfect in the Super Bowl. You know who Tom Brady lost to twice? Oh, yeah, a guy named Eli Manning. You don't see the link? Let me post it one more time. There. I posted the comment one more time. Hopefully it's there. It should be pinned. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how it looks on your guys' end. What was I even saying? I lost my train of thought, man. It's one of those nights. Yeah, 3 and 5 years. And why would he not be in the GOAT conversation? Oh, well, it's too early for... He's won 3 in 5 years. Oh, and by the way, let's talk about the years where the Chiefs didn't win the Super Bowl. What was the end game in all of those seasons? Oh, yeah, I was talking about Eli Manning. I'll get to that in a second. Even in the seasons when the Chiefs did not win the Super Bowl, they reached it one time, and they were in the AFC title game the other 2 times. So this has been crazy, a very crazy run. But to go back to, thank you, by the way, Shelly. Yeah, Tom Brady lost twice to Eli Manning. Okay, so if you want to sit here and talk about how Mahomes could never beat Brady, Brady could never beat Eli Manning in the big game twice. You know who else Tom Brady lost to? Nick Foles. So if we want to sit here and pinpoint whom Mahomes could and couldn't beat. Well, I got news for you. Tom Brady doesn't have a perfect track record in the Super Bowl. He's lost 3 of them. Now, 3 sounds like a lot, especially if you're a team like the Bills, who went to 4 in a row and couldn't win any of them. Yeah. But when you go to the Super Bowl 10 times, yeah, you're going to lose some. And listen, I'll just say this now. Is Mahomes ever going to lose another Super Bowl? Yes. If the Chiefs, specifically Mahomes, if he continues to go on this track that he's going on right now, if he continues to reach the AFC title game and the Super Bowl this many times, he's going to lose some. And by the way, that whole record of constantly reaching the AFC title game, that's going to come to an end at some point. But not this year, baby. Not this year. You beat Miami when you thought, everyone thought, outside of KC, that they were one and done. You beat the Bills when everyone said the Bills were going to embarrass the Chiefs. And then M&T Bank Stadium. Oh no, M&T Bank Stadium, such a difficult place to play. Chiefs won that one. Only scored 17 points. It's all they needed. It's not Kansas City's fault Zay Flowers couldn't hold on to the football. It's not Kansas City's fault that the Ravens committed 5 taunting and personal foul penalties altogether. Yeah, Patrick Mahomes did win MVP. Yeah, they didn't announce it on the stage there, but it took a while. By the way, I see a lot of you guys are calling in. Stay patient with me. I'll get to you guys. It's going to be a long night. I'm here all night, baby. I'm here all night. It's going to be a fun night here. I think with this football team, the amount of times they've reached this point, and we all saw 2012, what a horrible season that was, both on and off the field. The Herm Edwards era, the Todd Haley era, the 90s, the heartbreaking losses in the playoffs, and even under Andy Reid and Mahomes, you've had heartbreaking moments in the playoffs. And you still found a way to bounce back and get to this point. This Chiefs team is not going away anytime soon. And you know what the best part about this is, folks? You won the Super Bowl inside the stadium that the Raiders play in. You know the side. So in the Super Bowl, they put both teams in the end zones. The 49ers on one side, the Chiefs on the other side. The part that says Raiders normally was covered up and it said Chiefs. And the Chiefs won the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. The Chiefs played a playoff game inside Allegiant Stadium before the Raiders could play a playoff game in their own house. And Raiders fans are livid over it. There are a lot of people who are angry that the Chiefs won tonight. None bigger than good old Raider Nation, baby. None bigger than those guys. All right, let's get to the phone calls right now. Alan, you are on. You're hitting leadoff tonight. Alan, what is up?
Well, first off, so you're right about the Raiders Stadium, and MVS planted the flag right in the middle. But
Hell yeah.
How about this? What was even better was John Elway had to bring the trophy to the stage. How great was that?
That was awesome. That was pretty awesome. I loved it. I
sat there and I told my kid, I was like, this sucks. John, no, wait a minute. This doesn't suck. This is perfect. John Elway's having to bring it to him.
Hold on. I saw the back of his head. I swear to God, I thought it was Joe Biden at first. I'm like, I didn't know Joe Biden was at the game. But anyway, go ahead, Alan.
Well, I was a huge Joe Montana fan. And, you were talking about Brady losing the Nick Foles and the Eli Manning and stuff like that. I think it's still hard to go against Montana in the Super Bowl. He never threw an interception in a Super Bowl. And to me, that's always the thing that's distinguished him from Brady. But anyway, this is about the Chiefs. I hate that these guys make these games so close. I can't I don't think any of us can stand these nail biters. But the defense played great again. They were slow in the first quarter. The whole team was, and I don't know how they figure it out like they do, but somehow they figure it out. And I think the last piece of irony is that Valdez-Scantling again had a couple of big catches in this game. I think the playoffs have saved his job in Kansas City.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
yeah. And the fact that McCole Hardman catches the game-winning touchdown is just perfect.
Yeah.
It's just perfect. I think of all the Super Bowls that the Chiefs have won, I never would have thought when they lost to the Raiders on Christmas Day that this team could figure this out. But they just got a ton of heart, great coaching. And, Mahomes kept saying, we're going to get this figured out. We're going to get it figured out. And you're like, we're 18 weeks into the season. When are you guys going to figure it out? But they figured it out.
It was not ideal, and better late than never. But yeah, it took a very long time, but they did figure it out. Alan, I'll give you one last comment, and we'll move on. Anything else you wanted to add?
No, just you've done a great job this year. I've enjoyed. I'm so glad that I found you last year, and this has become part of my Chiefs ritual. And you're honest, you're realistic, you're not dreaming, and you call them out whenever they're not doing what they needed to do. So I had them 24-20. I was close on my prediction, but this is just great, man. Thank you so much for everything you've done all year.
Thank you, Alan. I appreciate you calling in throughout the season and supporting me, the page, and the podcast, all that stuff. Appreciate it. Someone was asking if when's the parade? Probably Wednesday. That's when it's always been for the Chiefs so far. By the way, the link to call into the podcast, I just commented with it again. By the way, if you're wondering, what am I doing with this towel? Guys, I'm sweating. I'm like, I was losing my shit, man. I couldn't handle it. Let's keep this going. Renee, you are on the podcast. Renee's running up to her camera. What's up?
Yes, what did I tell you? In the Allegiant Raiders Stadium, it does not get better. And 58, Derek Thomas. I am so okay. Send me pictures from the parade, please. Wish I could be there. I am stoked. I am so stoked. I was sweating like you, Farzan. I'm telling you, the whole game. I did not sit. But thank you for your show. I'm excited. I'm like, this is Christmas in the Raiders Stadium. It doesn't get any better.
Yes. Melody commented, and she said, "Merry Christmas." Yeah. This winning in the Raiders, that will never be taken away from you. That will never be taken away.
Amen. I cannot go to work tomorrow. I ain't calling in. I'm going in there in my 58 Derek Thomas jersey tomorrow, baby.
That is awesome.
Have a great night. Thank you.
All right, appreciate it. Renee, you take care of yourself. Man, if there was 58 obviously is such a special number in Chiefs history because of Derek Thomas. And I guarantee you're going to see a lot of people whipping out the 58. They probably wore it tonight and they're going to wear it tomorrow at work and at the parade. Man, 58. Because I remember people wanted to win 58 for 58. And then you added the fact that you wanted to win it for Norma Hunt. And that was a special moment, winning it for her. And I teared up a little bit at the NFL honors when they were doing the NFL Memoriam, which was a little ironic that Ray Lewis introduced that, but topic for another time. And you have, you in the last video, they had Norma Hunt, man. That was a very touching ending. Bob, you are probably one of the most frequent callers we've had. Bob, talk to me.
What's up, my brother? Woo! I'm telling you what, man. What a finish. What a finish. I've seen a lot of football games, and we've watched a lot of football games over the past couple of years together. And, dude, this was a football game. We had it all. We had it all, man. It kept you on suspense all the way through, baby. And, man, hey, if you're a football lover, man, I was in every play, man. I mean, it was amazing. I'm so happy. My guts was tore out of me, man. You know how that emotional roller coaster is? That's because I put right guard on and left guard, and it wore out hours ago, man. So I understand the sweating. But, dude, you can't fuck with Patty Mahomes and give him the ball when you're down there to win, man. Because he's got that in his veins, man. He's a purebred. He's like Brady. Like we gave Brady the ball in that AFC championship game. That was a mistake. You can't leave these guys like that. These guys are going to win them. Patty Mahomes is ice, man. The dude got down. Hey, we had guys catch the ball. We had, 2 drops today.
Yeah.
We had 84 drop 1.
Yeah.
But overall, man, this was a big rock'em sock'em hit 'em football game, man. I mean, every blow was big blows, man. I'm surprised some of them guys held on to the ball like they did, man.
Oh yeah. That 49ers defense is no joke.
We talked about all the defense. There was a lot of defense, man. Bolton was everywhere.
Yeah.
Karlaftis was putting pressure on all the way. They held him several times and we didn't get the flag.
Leo Chenal played really well too, I thought.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, at the 10-second in the regulations, that was pass interference by their linebacker, their best linebacker. That was definitely a hold, and they didn't call it. But nobody cried about it.
Yeah, it happened.
Football.
Yeah.
But you know what, man? You know, I heard them talking about it already on other areas, that they're whining that we got the calls. You know, it's all the same old shit. They ain't gonna realize this is a dynasty in action, man. We're seeing it. Live.
Let me just say something. People want to bitch and moan about these kinds of things. There are missed calls in every single football game towards both teams. If you want to sit here and just complain about this and not enjoy the greatness, have at it, man. Those people are, I mean, when Mahomes leaves, and it's going to be a while, but whenever he's gone from the sport, those people are going to miss him a lot.
Oh, man. You know, we call a spade when they need to be called out. I mean, we've done it all year. But I'm going to tell you what, man, it was a great football game, man. I loved every minute of it. I'm glad we come out on it. And I got to tell you, San Francisco, they got a football club, man.
Yeah, they do. Nope. I won't be surprised if we're seeing them again.
Let's celebrate, man. Hey, Wednesday on Valentine's Day is the parade.
Okay, Valentine's Day. If you don't have a lover, go meet someone at the parade.
Better go find you one. How you can get one down there. There's going to be a million of them. Hey, thanks, brother. And I'll be watching your podcast and other stuff as we go on.
Yes.
And I appreciate everything, man, that you put out for everybody in the kingdom. And you gave an old man a lot of thrills, man. And I appreciate it.
All right. I appreciate it, Bob. Thank you so much. You take care of yourself. I see a lot of you guys are on hold waiting. Please be patient. We'll get to everyone tonight. I ain't going nowhere. So hang tight. Stay patient. We'll get to everybody. Daniel, you've been waiting patiently for a while. What's up, Daniel?
Hey, what's going on, man? What a
Good,
win.
man.
I'm spent. I'm so beat. I don't have to hear bang bang Niner gang anymore. Bang bang Chief Kingdom.
Thing.
Okay. I hate that. I heard it for 2 weeks. I have a lot of family members and friends that are 49er fans, and they were still crying about the Super Bowl 4 years ago or 5 years ago, however you want to call it.
Well, now they got another Super Bowl to cry about.
Now they can cry about this one. The best part about this one is we played great. Our defense, oh my goodness gracious, our defense stepped up. I've always heard we need a running game and a defense. And for us to finally have that defense that just stepped up with big plays, that third down that made them kick the field goal to go up 3 was huge.
Huge.
Was so huge. I was on the edge of my seat, just like, I have this, I don't have it with me, but I have the Google Damn It doll. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like a little voodoo doll. I have this little Damn It doll, and I was beating the crap out of it the whole day. My dog has a t-shirt I bought him for Christmas, and he's worn that every game but Christmas Day. And I'm like, he's undefeated wearing that shirt. I'm like, you wearing this all year long next year? I was so pumped up. I'm so happy for Mahomes getting his 3rd MVP.
Oh,
right?
Huge.
It was huge. I was like, did he get MVP? Because they didn't give him anything. So they didn't
That
really
was
say,
weird. Yeah, that was a really weird moment. Yeah.
Yeah, because I actually had to go online to see what it was. But dude, awesome show, bro. You have a great show. You made me go into. I have my own show, and I'm actually going to school to become a sports broadcaster because I've seen how you do stuff, and I'm like, I'm going to learn this stuff.
Well, I appreciate it, and I appreciate
So,
the kind words, man. Yeah.
I appreciate everything.
What's your show, by the way? Plug it real quickly.
My show is Rainer Rewind. We go do watch along. It's also Sports Daddy on YouTube. I have a couple friends out there, and we talk all sports. We're getting ready to talk about the UFL, and we'll probably talk a little bit about this game, but we talk all sports: NBA, basketball, baseball, even wrestling. So, and then I usually go on Rainer Rewind on Twitch. We watch along. I just didn't do one for this game because I was not gonna. I wanted to enjoy it.
Yeah, if you have any questions, I don't know, are we like friends on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter?
We are on Facebook and Twitter. I've actually won this jersey I'm wearing. I actually won it from your little giveaway contest.
It shows you how much I pay attention.
Yeah, so I've actually won that and a couple things off your giveaway. I think I'm the even one. I even introduced you to StreamYard years ago, and you told me it's too much money that you didn't want to buy it. Yeah. But anyway, I have stuff. I always wanted to show you some of my video reels, broadcast reels of me doing stuff. I go to Full Sail. Actually, I go to Dan Patrick School, Full Sail.
Oh, okay.
For Dan Patrick School Broadcasting. I have a year left. I graduate next February of next year, but I have some stuff I want to send you, and it's to see if I can get.
Yeah. Do me a favor. This week's probably going to be crazy as hell. But if you want next week, send me some stuff. And if you ever need advice or anything, I'm always willing to help people doing that kind of thing.
I appreciate it, man. I will definitely shoot you up a text or a instant message after everything parade settled down and everything. But again, thank you very much. I appreciate everything. I've been listening to you for years, way before the first Super Bowl.
I appreciate it.
Back when we lost the AFC Championship game to Brady and Alex Mahomes there. So
I appreciate it, Daniel, and you've been calling in a lot, so I appreciate it, man. You take care of yourself. You have a great night. Hey, let's keep this train rolling along. I see Malice is waiting. I hope I said your name right. You're next. Melody, you've been waiting patiently. McManus in Canada, neighbor up north. He's been waiting for a while as well. So I'll get to you guys. I just commented with the link, so if you guys want to call in, let me know your thoughts. Let's chat it up. Malice, did I say your name right?
Yeah, you did. You've talked to us before from Newcastle, England.
Oh, yes. What's up, man?
I'm not too bad. How are you keeping?
Good. What time is it in England?
It's coming up at 20 to 5.
Okay, I'm American, dude. Can you convert that for me?
It's 4:40 in the morning.
Holy shit. Props to all you international people like outside of North America. You guys have to wake up or stay up late for these games, man. Props to you. How are you feeling, man? What were your thoughts?
I'm absolutely... You could talk about the emotions of the game. I mean, my brother came down when it was 13-10, and when the winning touchdown came, I was on the floor nearly crying. Well, I was physically crying. It's watching a next generation of a Super Bowl quarterback who can just do everything. He's unbelievable. But the other thing that I love is that people don't appreciate the defense as much as they do with the offense. The defense, oh my God, Veach has done his job. It's unbelievable.
Spags is the man. I saw somebody say this on Twitter. He said Spags should be in the Hall of Fame. I said this weeks ago. Dick Vermeil in his Hall of Fame induction speech, he said assistant coaches need to be in the Hall of Fame. And I 100% agree. Spags is one of those assistant coaches who needs to be in the Hall of Fame. 1,000%.
Yeah, absolutely. He's the one that did Brady over years ago, which I absolutely love in that respect. But he's just, he comes up with a game plan and he knows what to do. Fair enough, obviously, against Tampa Bay and this, that, and the other. It's just a matter of fact of he knows when in the big moments, he knows when to step up. And the people he's got in that defense, oh my God, where's he picked these from? He knows the players inside out. It works so well. And hats off to one player in particular, because he's had criticism all season. MVS. I don't care if he's getting paid $11 million a year. With them catches he's made over the last 3 or 4 games, he's paid his money back.
Yeah, yes, indeed, man. I've always said it. If you're going to criticize someone and hate on someone, bring the same energy when they deliver. And boy, MVS has delivered this postseason, not with big numbers, but with big moments.
Yeah, I completely agree. And there's the one person on the defense that we picked up in the offseason that I absolutely love, and I hope we keep him for a long, long time. And that's Tranquil. What a difference he has made.
Yeah, he's been great this year. So many guys on this defense. I mean, McDuffie, I know he had that holding call in overtime, but before overtime, that incompletion that he forced, deflecting the pass, that was huge.
That was absolutely huge. I mean, the roller coaster of the game had me heart going left, right, centre, going forwards, backwards, and everything. But I tell you what, unbelievable game. And I think at the end of the day, the best quarterback won. But don't get us wrong, the 49ers are there to stay with the NFC, because hats off to them. They played a great game, and it wouldn't, like, I was hoping it wasn't going to be like a 13-3 like the Rams and Patriots. It's been a proper Super Bowl. It's been a great game. And to be fair, I'd love to play them a game, because I think we'd still beat them. But it's just, the matchup was absolutely fantastic. Just watching the defenses line up, watching them change, watching the offenses change. It was just beautiful to watch.
Yeah, man. By the way, I'm just on. I just have Instagram open right now. Sky Moore's live, FAU's live, Kadarius Toney's live, Willie Gay, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I can't really watch it because I'm doing this. But Malice, is there anything else you wanted to add before you go?
Yeah, I just want two things. One, who's the first person you're re-signing in the offseason? And second, who's the most important you're re-signing?
L'Jarius Sneed, 100%. See, my number one priority was extending Bolton, Humphrey, and Smith. That has changed drastically. You've got to bring back Sneed. Listen, this is going to be a very hard offseason. I don't know if you can extend everyone and re-sign everyone. I know. Listen, I love Chris Jones. I really, really do. And I thought he did some good things in this game. Statistically, he hasn't delivered in a lot of postseason games. And with the amount of money he could be demanding, possibly, I don't know, man. It's very difficult. But to answer your question, number one is L'Jarius Sneed.
I completely agree with you on that one. I think L'Jarius Sneed, I would keep Bolton and Tranquil. I think Humphrey is Creed Humphrey, absolutely one of the best, probably the best centre in the league.
Yeah.
Low snaps a couple of times, but other than that, probably the best centre in the league. But no, I love 100%. Everything. And you know, I've been following you for a while.
Yes, you have. I appreciate it.
And I absolutely love everything you're doing. But any holidays you've got this year, enjoy them. Enjoy your evening, and I'm going to enjoy every minute of this.
All right, Malice, you enjoy it in England. Take care, brother. Thanks for calling in. By the way, Teresa, I appreciate it. No, we're still going to be doing the show. We're still going to be doing Wednesday podcasts. We're still going to be doing Red Friday live chats. And you know, I mean, listen, I've got some things going on. I will say this month is going to be absolutely fucking insane. I've got a lot going on. Nothing terrible. So it's going to be a wild. Couple of weeks for me. I'm looking forward to March. I'm going on vacation. I'm going to be in Mexico later in March for my brother's birthday. That'll be a lot of fun. Wednesday podcast we'll continue doing Red Friday live chats, and then you know I may need a break here and there, but those are not going away. By the way, here's something I thought of. Who are the two quarterbacks to win a Super Bowl in overtime? Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Tom Brady did it 6-7 years ago. Oh, by the way, who's lost twice in overtime? The only two overtimes in NFL history? Kyle freaking Shanahan. Anytime you can beat up a Shanahan in the Super Bowl, it's always good. Chiefs have done it twice. By the way, one quick thing on the Creed Humphrey thing, and I love Creed Humphrey. I want him to say his snaps this postseason were not good. A lot of low ones. And if that snap was delivered well right before overtime, I think Mahomes throws it to Rashee Rice because he was open and he was upset with Mahomes about it. But hey, man, it happens. Melody, my co-host of podcast. Melody, what is up in Alaska?
Man, I'll tell you what, I had to take my jersey off. It was so hot, and I was laughing when I saw you take this. I thought I was having a hot flash, so I'm like, okay, it's not just me.
Yeah, I know. I saw this. I'm still sweating. I can't. I feel like I'm in the gym right now.
I know my heart was pumping so hard. I still feel like that amped up. Like I feel like my adrenaline hasn't like come down yet. I mean, my face was hurting because I was laughing. I was screaming. Oh my God, I was screaming. Yeah, it's
You
crazy.
should
It was
have seen
awesome.
my mom. Do you remember that picture of me crying from like 4 years ago?
Yes.
That was my mom today. Like as soon as that touchdown happened, my family and I, we lost our shit. My mom was in fucking tears. I'm like, listen, like we've had deaths and whatnot in the family. I've never seen my mom
God.
cry like that before. Like, God damn, that was wild. Did you cry?
So wild. I didn't cry. I am just I am like stunned. I am shocked. I mean, I was biting my nails. I was like, should I didn't know if I could look. It was just such a struggle. At one point, I was like completely nauseated. Like before the overtime happened, and the clock was running down, and I'm like, shit. If they don't get it over, if we don't score a touchdown, we have to go. I don't want to go over overtime. I wanted to win.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was awesome. I just want to say though, it's awesome to see that we won 58 for 58. I just think that is like so wonderful. Yeah.
Yes. That
I
was
love
awesome.
that. Yeah. And also, we are never the underdogs. I loved when Patrick said that. That's right. We
Yeah,
are
yeah.
never the underdogs.
We're not the underdogs. We just get doubted a lot and people are just in denial so much. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I love it too. I'm so excited. I love seeing Chiefs Kingdom all over the place, especially in Alaska. I almost started friending people that I saw in Alaska posts where all these people were like Chiefs Kingdom here, but anyway, it's everywhere. We are an amazing fan base. I love it when Clark Hunt was like Chiefs Kingdom. Yes, it's just the best, it's best community ever.
Yeah, I love it. Anything else you wanted to add, Melody?
Yeah, go Taylor's boyfriend and Viva Chiefs Kingdom. Hope you guys have a great night and a great week.
All right, Melody. I'm sure
Merry
we'll keep in touch.
Chiefsmas. Merry
Merry
Chiefsmas,
Chiefmas to
everybody.
you as well. Thank you, Melody. I'm sure we'll text after this and throughout the week, and yeah, we'll be doing an episode of Farscast soon. All right, McManus, Canada. You've been waiting patiently for a long time. How are you, sir?
Hey, brother, how you doing, man?
I can't complain.
What a fucking night! Hey.
By the way, for those who are listening on the podcast version, McManus has got himself a cowboy hat on.
Yes, sir. So you know what? My kid, we've been working at the barn, and he bought himself a cowboy hat. And during the Ravens game, I called in an audible, and I said, "Bring me down that cowboy hat and let me put it on." So we ended up winning that game. And first half, I wore my Chiefs hat. I don't know where it is. It's somewhere over here. And I said, no, you know what? I got to put on the cowboy hat, and we ride.
Hell yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Boy.
What a game.
Dude, I was stressing. I got to give a shout out to my friend Eddie in Arizona. He's a big Cardinals fan, and he's obviously thrilled because, he doesn't like the Chiefs because they win a lot, and I get it, but he also hates the 49ers because they're rivals. And he's texting me. He's like, dude, you guys are winning this. I'm like, I don't know, man. He goes, dude,
I know. I got a buddy that's he's a huge Cardinals fan too. That's wild. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's
what a game though, eh? Like that was boring. No. Can you call it fixed? No. Everything just like, dude, that was insane. I just and for McCole to get the winning touchdown, like, like what happened? That was just crazy.
The guy who could have, helped you go up by 2 scores in Buffalo. He hurt you there, fumble into the end zone, made up for it tonight.
Absolutely, 100%. And love him or hate him, and I you know what? I just can't believe it that my kids. We, we're big Chiefs fans, and we're watching these things, and I'm telling them, like, no, you guys don't remember when you were young and Daddy was on the floor, curled up in the ball, and we were losing. So yeah, they're loving this too. So we're all for it, man. What a night! What a night! I can't believe it.
And how old are your kids?
19 and 15.
Okay, 1950. Yeah, dude. I remember when I was in high school, we had 3 different head coaches from my freshman year to graduation.
Yeah, unbelievable. I just can't. And I'm getting texts from buddies, and my friend that's the big Cardinals fan. He's like, any Chiefs game is a boring game, and like, no, man, that was one of the most exciting Super Bowls that I've watched, like ever. right?
Yeah.
Like come whatever. Just an incredible game. You can't. It was a clean game. If anything, we missed those two first downs, which was wild to me. Wild to me. But hey, like my predictions went out the window. I said what, 34-28? What did I say? 34-28? Yeah, 34-28 Chiefs. Yeah, that happened. That stopped pretty quick in the first half.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I said 31-17, but see, a lot of people thought this was going to be low scoring, and it kind of was. I mean, with the overtime and the playoff rules, you got to see both teams score. Some people thought it was going to be low scoring. I saw some people predict the Chiefs blowout. I don't know. I just wasn't so sure if it was going to be that big of a blowout. Yeah.
No, I didn't see that coming. No, and for us to win that with Norma Hunt too, that was incredible.
Yeah.
So good. I'm looking for one of them patches.
Yeah, I guess the jerseys I buy now are like the Super Bowl ones if we win. Do they have the Norma Hunt patch on these?
So I've seen them on like eBay, and like you can get them like and sew them on yourself. I haven't seen them on the actual jersey yet that you can buy.
Hold on, I'm gonna look at NFL Shop right now. Yeah, see, on NFL Shop, it shows all the Chiefs gear right away, and it shows the Chiefs Mahomes jersey with the Super Bowl patch for this year, but not the normal Hunt patch.
You gotta buy. I think like I know you can get them.
Yeah,
I just
you
don't know
can.
if they're legit or what, but I know you can get them. Absolutely.
Yeah, just be careful online. I mean, there are a lot of scammers out there. It kind of sucks. You don't know who to trust and who not to trust, but. Nonetheless, I mean, hey, I guess those are good problems.
Like, my wife's cleaning up, and we did the poppers, and we did everything. And
oh, look at you, man!
Oh yeah,
you definitely went all out.
Oh yeah, we let her go tonight, and we did it last year too. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, my kids are loving it.
All right, McManus.
Thanks, buddy. Love you.
In.
Thank you, you're the best, man.
You take care of yourself. Party in Canada, and thanks for repping up there. Hey, phone lines are wide open. I'll go ahead and post the link one more time. There it is, on Facebook and on YouTube. If you guys want to call in, and if you're the only one that clicks the link, you got a front row. You're gonna be up front in the line. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I'm flustered still, man. That whole overtime, I was just like, but before the overtime. The end of regulation, like Trent McDuffie swatting that pass right there, huge monster. Because if he doesn't do that, and I don't remember who that was going to, the 49ers are controlling the clock, and the Chiefs are forced to use their timeouts there. And my God, did Patty Mahomes and the Chiefs offense, they went to work on that drive right before the end of regulation. Yeah, you missed Rashee Rice, but boy, I'm just thinking about the fact that week 1 you lost to Detroit, and it was not pretty, man. A lot of people were angry, and a lot of people outside of Kansas City were celebrating. And guess what? The Chiefs got here, because I remember Friday morning. What was everybody saying? Is this Chiefs dynasty over? Well, first of all, I guess it is a dynasty, even at the time, because you just called it a dynasty. And then you're really writing this team off with one game. Listen, this team has had some really weird starts. 20, what was it? 2021, the 3-4 start. Yeah. And then last year, won your first 2 games, but then you lose to the Colts early, and people were questioning the team a little bit at the time. Could not beat the Bills in the regular season, could not beat the Bengals in the regular season, and people wondered if a team like the Bills or the Bengals would surpass the Chiefs, or if the Bengals would do it again. Remember that whole thing, 3-0? I mean, I don't think Bengals fans are celebrating 3-0 anymore. And this year, the drops, the turnovers, the issues taking care of the football. The Chiefs overcame that. If the Chiefs can win like this, what does that say about the other 31 NFL teams? Remember last year, the Chiefs traded Tyreek Hill 23 months ago. And A lot of people wrote this team off. Patrick Mahomes was never going to be good again. Travis Kelce was going to get double and triple teamed. Now that Tyreek's gone. And what do the Chiefs do? They win the damn Super Bowl down by 10 with a shitty ankle Mahomes had and led the team to victory. This year, down year. Drops, turnovers. Offense isn't playing as well. And what do? They win the Super Bowl. The Chiefs won the Super Bowl in a rebuilding year, which was last year, and in a down year this year. That's your Kansas City Chiefs team, man. And Mahomes almost won MVP unanimously last year. By the way, let's go back to the Tyreek Hill thing for a moment. Because when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl and when they got to the Super Bowl, people were like, okay, maybe they don't need Tyreek Hill. But then, I want to say about 6, 7, 8 weeks ago, the Tyreek Hill comments came back. Should have paid him. Should have paid him. The Chiefs are 7-0 since they traded Tyreek Hill. The Chiefs have won every Super Bowl since they traded Tyreek Hill. Now, was Tyreek Hill this direct correlation to your team's success? No, Tyreek Hill is an amazing receiver. The guy should have won Offensive Player of the Year. Christian McCaffrey, yeah, I can see him getting it. But at the end of the day, this is that's just the way things panned out. Tyreek Hill's a phenomenal player. But by trading him, what did you do? You got all those draft picks. And so many of those draft picks delivered for you in last year's Super Bowl and this year's Super Bowl. Karlaftis, Pacheco, Chenal. And then guys from the 2021 drafts, Humphrey, Smith, Bolton. The Chiefs have drafted incredibly well these last 3-4 years. They have brought in a lot of guys. I mean, go back to 2020 with Willie Gay. I'll even include Noah Gray, who I thought had a really good game. I know we haven't read a lot of stats today, but what did Noah Gray have in this one? 2 for 22? Yeah, both for first downs, if I recall. That's huge. I mean, this football team, the things that they have done, yeah, you probably question them at times, but never what does Nick Wright say? Never a doubt. Boy, down by 10 against the 49ers in the fourth quarter, down by 10 against the Eagles at halftime, and down by 10 before halftime against the 49ers again. And the Chiefs won all of them. The Chiefs won all of them. And you can't doubt this team anymore. You can't deny the dynasty talk. You can't deny the GOAT conversation with this football team no more. You can't do that no more. You want to deny it? Go ahead. You're in denial. By pushing back or trying to argue anything with those GOAT talk and dynasty conversations, you're just proving you're in denial and you're jealous. Listen, the Chiefs were shitty from 2007 to 2012. And guess what? So were teams like the Raiders and the Browns and the Lions. Now, the Lions are a much better football team today, but what happened after 2012? The Chiefs turned it around faster than a lot of those franchises. And it's led to where they are today. So this Chiefs team has had some bad years, and they figured it out faster than a lot of other people, a lot of other teams. 3 Super Bowl wins in 5 years. Statistically speaking, this is the best 5-year stretch in NFL history, and that is a statistical fact, folks. This is the best 5-year stretch ever. And I ain't seeing no haters anymore. Man, I've been getting all these comments from haters all year long. It's funny how it works, too. Like, they're, when the Chiefs lose, they're in full force. They're out. They're talking. They're doing all these things. But when the Chiefs win, their Wi-Fi stops working, coincidentally. Well, what a big coincidence. All of a sudden, they can't talk. Crazy. Matt says, I met my wife 5 years ago, and we won 3 times of the 5 years together. Safe to say she's a kid. Okay. Well, Jesus, Matt, why couldn't you meet her sooner? I'm just kidding. Congratulations. That's a cool story. That is a cool story. Matthew's asking where are those haters? I don't know, man. We might need to file a police report for these guys. File a missing persons report, because a lot of those people, they're nowhere to be found. They are gone. By the way, what did Jamar Chase say in his interview on ESPN? He was asked who he thinks is going to win the Super Bowl. Anybody but the Chiefs. Yeah, shove it, baby. It's funny because he was on Pro Football Talk's radio show, and he's just like, yeah, I don't like the Chiefs, but they're good. Now he picked the 49ers, of course, because he's one of those people in denial. He's one of those people who's in denial. I think somebody like asked him for his top 5 QBs, and he didn't put Mahomes on there. Like, come on, dude. Really? Even your own quarterback has pushed back against you and says Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL. You guys have no idea. I mean, like, the amount of people who just hate on this football team, the amount of people who are showing their jealousy, I fucking love it. I absolutely love it. This is a football team that is continuing to impress a lot of people. And every time you doubt them, too, like, I still remember Patrick's first year in 2018 starting. Oh, they'll figure him out. They'll figure him out. And after Super Bowl 50, or 54, excuse me, they'll never win another one. Last year, bad ankle, no Tyreek Hill. The two worst offensive tackles in the NFL last year. Oh, well, they're never going to win again. They got lucky. Oh, it was a holding call because Greg Olsen, or not a holding call because Greg Olsen said so. And then what? What are you going to blame it on now? What holding call was there today for you to blame? And this was the worst year statistically for the Chiefs. The offense took steps back, the drops, the turnovers, and you can't deny this football team anymore. What are people saying now? I don't even think they're saying anything. The haters are silent, man. I love it. I mean, this is just a football team that is continuing to prove people wrong. Look, I had doubts at times tonight. Yeah, the Chiefs are live in the locker room, in the Raiders locker room. Yeah, and by the way, someone else had a great comment. Where was it? Oh yeah. Brett says denial is a big river that flows through the NFL. Ray said, how about planting the Chiefs flag at center field? Hell yeah, baby. That is where that beautiful Raiders emblem goes. And it's a great logo. You can't deny it. I like the colors black and silver. I can't deny their color scheme. But the Chiefs planted the flag right fucking there. That Super Bowl inside Allegiant Stadium can't ever take it away from them. Oh, man. Listen, I love Vegas. It's a beautiful place. I love it. You guys know I go there frequently. But the Chiefs won the Super Bowl there in the Raiders' own home turf. How many playoff games have the Raiders played in their brand new stadium? 0. None. How many of the Chiefs played there? 1. And it was the Super Bowl, and they won it. The Chiefs own the Raiders. I don't see, are Raiders fans still bragging about the Christmas Day win? Because they were bragging about that for several weeks. I don't think they're saying jack shit. They aren't saying shit today. So, Raider Nation, cry yourselves to sleep because I know you guys are not happy at all. I wouldn't be either. I mean, by the way, I love the tweet I got from a Raiders fan. At least we host the Super Bowl. Okay. Like, it doesn't, by the way, understand something. The Raiders are not benefiting from this team-wise. Like, the amount of money being spent in the city and all of that does not go to your team's salary cap. I don't think Raiders fans understand how that works. So at the end of the day, yeah, it benefits the city. Great. Last I checked, the Raiders have a lot of people from visiting fan bases that come in for the games. I still remember Steelers players saying this felt like a home game. Whenever the Chiefs go there, it feels like a home game. You see a lot of red in the stands. So I don't think at the end of the day, the whole like hosting the Super Bowl, sure. I mean, that's the closest that the Chiefs have, or the Raiders have gotten to a Super Bowl in 40 years. The Raiders have not won a Super Bowl in 40 years. They love to remind Chiefs fans that it was 50 years. Well, shit, man. And I'm telling you right now, that head coach Pierce is not it. You're dealing with the reigning champs again, second year in a row. You're dealing with a Broncos team that is going to improve. and they've got Sean Payton running shit there. And oh, by the way, who's the head coach for the Chargers? Jim Harbaugh. So good luck with that. Not sure who their quarterback is going to be. They've got a lot to figure out, and they're not gonna. Does Mahomes have a belt in the locker room? He should be getting one soon, man. 3 wins for him, man. I love it. I love it. All right. We don't have anybody calling in. So look, I know we didn't really go over the game so much. I'm just looking at the numbers right now. Mahomes 34 of 46. I didn't realize that until now. And the Chiefs defense, they didn't get after Brock Purdy often. No turnovers forced out of Brock Purdy's hands. The only one was the fumble from Christian McCaffrey. That's the only one the Chiefs that's the only takeaway the Chiefs got. But you know what, man? This Chiefs team got a lot of big stops. By the way, Christian McCaffrey, 22 runs, 80 yards, but he also had 8 catches for 80 yards. When I think the problem with Christian McCaffrey, and I'll say this right now, Christian McCaffrey, best running back in the NFL, no question about it. He surpassed Derrick Henry. But if you're going to turn this guy into a workhorse, give him 25, 30 touches a game, you're going to run this guy to the ground. I mean, eventually an injury is going to catch up. And not that I ever wish that on anyone. No one ever wants to see that. But let's be honest, injuries are part of sports in a very unforgiving way. And if Christian McCaffrey gets hurt, and if they, by way of constantly getting 25, 30 touches a game, dude, what is your offense going to turn into? Because what did Brock Purdy do delivering on third down in this game? Wasn't very good. 3 of 12 on third down for the 49ers. Chiefs were 9 of 19. And I'm just looking at the total yards, man. Chiefs 455, 49ers 382. Boy, it was completely one-sided earlier in the game. Very one-sided. I mean, the 49ers, they had it their way. They were doing everything possible to move the football and dominate. And they slowed down. What happened? They slowed down. This is what happens every single time with the Chiefs. You might be able to move the ball on them, and the Chiefs offense might slow down and not look as good, but they'll pick it up, especially the defense. This defense has played really well this year. And yeah, sure, their streak of allowing 7 or fewer points since week 14, that got snapped today with 9 points in the fourth quarter and a field goal in overtime. Boy, I'll tell you what, that third down play in overtime in the red zone, that was huge. I mean, the Chiefs really came up with some big stops on third down. Brock Purdy unable to connect on third down, and I'm shocked the 49ers didn't run there. Is it obvious to do? Yes, but I mean, kill some time or force Kansas City to take a timeout. Offenses do this so much where they get all cute and want to throw teams off, and they fail at it so many times. It doesn't work. Trent McDuffie with a monster deflection there, and then stopping Christian McCaffrey in overtime. And listen, I'll tell you something right now. The longer, if you watch football as closely as I do, you know this. When a football game goes as long as this did, defenses get tired. They get worn out. And the 49ers, after that holding call on Trent McDuffie, they took advantage and they marched down the field. Chiefs defense, they kind of lost momentum up until the red zone there. That was huge for the Chiefs defense to get that stop in the red zone, because you force a field goal, and what do the rules say? You just go out there, and all you need is a touchdown. And the Chiefs did exactly that. They overcame a 10-point deficit in 3 Super Bowls. You want to blame the refs? You want to cry about all these other things? Cry about it. The Chiefs just keep coming back in these games. Oh, yeah, can't wait for Nick Wright. Oh, boy. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be an awesome show tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. 2:00. Set your DVRs. I'm going to be out, but hey, I got YouTube TV on my phone. I'm definitely going to be tuning into that, man. I'm thrilled, man. 3 Super Bowl wins in 5 years. I can't get over that, man. I still remember this Chiefs team, the bad years. I know I've already gone over it, but for the fact that the Chiefs had those down years, and I just always wondered, could I ever see this team win a Super Bowl? I've seen them win 3 now. 3 Super Bowls in 5 years. Colin Cowherd said it best, and I'll say it again for those of you who came in late. By the way, I see a lot more people are coming into the chat now. Let me post this one more time. Yeah, phone lines are open, so if you guys want to call in, click the link. I just commented with it, so this will be my last time commenting with that link. If you guys want to hop on, share your thoughts on this game, yeah, let me know. I mean, we won't be hearing from any of the haters because those guys are gone. I mean, I haven't heard from a single hater ever since that touchdown pass to McCole Hardman, baby. Everybody's silent. I know you Chiefs fans got a lot to say. Some of you guys probably lost your voices. I understand. Let me just say this, because getting to 6 straight AFC title games, 3 Super Bowl wins in 5 years, it's the best 3-year stretch in NFL history. And at the end of the day, this is a football team that has found a way to overcome all these odds. Whatever obstacle you throw at them, they always find a way to step up and make big plays. And whenever people doubt them or deny them, they prove a lot of people wrong. Williams asking, where are the haters? I don't know, man. You tell me. I haven't seen them. Those guys are long gone. A lot of people denied the Chiefs last year. They did it again this whole year. And they're all eating crow. I love it, man. I mean, people who love to, there are so many people that they don't even hate the Chiefs. They just hate Taylor Swift and Brittany Mahomes, and they wanted to rub it in their faces. Oh, boy. And listen, I know Brittany says she doesn't care about the haters, but she tends to sometimes address them. Brittany Mahomes is going to rub it in. She's going to just jump into the swimming pool of all the haters' tears. 1,000%. By the way, let me just share this meme with you guys real quickly before I post it. Where is it? There it is. There it is. Drinking 49ers tears, baby. Hell yeah. The 2 queens of Chiefs Kingdom. I love it, man. Haters are crying on other pages. Yeah, they gotta have their support group. They can't be outnumbered in the in all these Chiefs pages. So they gotta deal with it. Let me just post that emoji. There we go. Man. Yeah, there are a lot of haters who are mad tonight. And this is how things were when Tom Brady was winning. There were things like that. Yeah, so Brady won 3 Super Bowls before 30, right? Mahomes just won 3 before 30. And when was the last time a team won back-to-back Super Bowls? The Patriots, led by Tom Brady. When was the last time an NFL team won a Super Bowl in overtime? Patriots, led by Tom Brady. I think we're starting to see some mirror images, folks. I mean, there are more reasons to have this GOAT conversation. Patrick Mahomes is getting there. And at the end of the day, you can't deny it. He's been to 4 Super Bowls, won 3 of them. Is he going to lose another Super Bowl in the future? Yeah, probably. Brady went to 10. He lost 3 of them. 2 of them to Eli freaking Manning, and the other to Nick. I don't even know what team Nick Foles is on right now. I have to Google that. My guess would be the Colts or the Titans. I don't even remember. I don't even know. I don't think anyone knows. How many people honestly know off the top of their head where Nick Foles is right now? And listen, I love Nick Foles, former Chief. Obviously, Andy Reid encouraged him to continue playing. Unfortunately, it just hasn't panned out wherever he's gone. But this is a Chiefs team that, they'll have their ups and downs. Colin Cowherd said it during the season. For those who missed it earlier, I mentioned this. Colin Cowherd compared this season's Chiefs team in the regular season, not in the playoffs. He did this in the regular season. He compared this season's Chiefs team to the 2014 Chiefs team and to the 2014 Patriots team and the 2017 Patriots team and the 2021 Bucs team. What do all 3 of those teams have in common? led by Tom Brady, and they won the Super Bowl that year. I still remember the Monday Night Football game at Arrowhead. The Chiefs destroyed the Patriots. They broke the record for loudest stadium in the NFL that night. Even I remember working for 610 Radio at the time, and we turned on our sister station, WEEI in Boston, and people called into that radio station. This is a Boston radio station. People called in wanting to ship out Brady and Belichick. Their own fan base denied Brady and Belichick. And what happened? They won a Super Bowl that year, and they won 3 more total. This is a team that, again, the Patriots I'm referring to, their dynasty was not perfect. They had lots of ups and downs. All the rumors about Kraft and Belichick and Brady, the conflict they have behind closed doors, and they even had to address it. They issued a joint statement addressing all of those things. Who knows? We'll never know. We know how tight-lipped that franchise is over with all of their things, but this Chiefs team, they haven't been perfect. I mean, you saw Kelsey today. You've seen a couple sideline blow-ups. How many times has Brady lost his shit on the sideline, throwing iPads and whatever? So many times. So this, at the end of the day, dynasties, they're going to have their moments, and they might have those crazy meltdowns on the sidelines because they demand better. Are you ever going to see a team like the Chicago Bears lose their cool on the sidelines? No, because they know they're not great. Are you ever going to see a team like this current Patriots team lose their shit on the sidelines? No, because they absolutely suck. I mean, think about all the time CBS has had to air Patriots games this season. It's the worst thing they've put on CBS since Big Brother. That's how bad it's been. All right, guys. No one's calling in. I think a lot of people are calling it a night. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. You guys, thank you for another great year. Awesome year. Awesome year for the podcast. It's been a remarkable year, 100%. And we've obviously got some things to talk about in the offseason with free agency and the draft. We will do that, but it won't be anytime soon. And we're going to focus on the parade this week, just recap the season again. That's the kind of week it's going to be. So I will do another podcast tomorrow, and then Wednesday we'll be back after the parade. We'll do a podcast then, and then Friday we will do another Red Friday live chat, talking Chiefs, talking NFL, talking all kinds of things. And we're going to continue all of this in the offseason. This podcast isn't going anywhere. We're going to continue all of this in the offseason. So please, if you haven't done so, you can see it on the scrolling text here on the ticker. If you haven't been following the Facebook page, please do so. If you haven't been subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do that as well. You see it right there, youtube.com/The Chiefs Zone would greatly help out. And make sure you're subscribed to the Chiefs Zone on Apple, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts. What did I say was my goal at the beginning of the new year? I said, I want 10 former players as guests on the podcast. We've already got 4, and I'm going to keep that train rolling. I even told you guys, I want you guys to have screenshots of that. If I don't meet the goal, I want you guys to let me know. So that's motivation right there to make sure I meet that goal. Yeah, I see a lot of you guys saying thank you. Thank you guys. You guys have been awesome. I ended the Chiefs Zone 3-4 years ago after the other 49er Super Bowl win, because I was just done with it. And then with my social media growing over the years, I just felt like, you know what? I got to bring it back. And I think I made the right call. The last 2 years we've done a Chiefs Zone podcast, the Chiefs beat the 49ers in the Super Bowl. So I guess, the Chiefs might do it again next year. Who knows? Nonetheless, guys, this is awesome. Party. Enjoy your night. Be responsible. Be safe. Enjoy yourselves. Back to back, baby. Super Bowl champions. Inside Allegiant Stadium. That can never be taken away. My name is Farzin Vasugian. Thank you all once again. I'm out. Enjoy the Super Bowl win. Peace out.